Next question. Which physical quantity unit is same in all the four systems? All the four systems? Let us consider here. First system was FPS. Second, CGS. Third, MKS. And MKS extended part is SI. So, SI is equals to all the three in MKS plus 4 fundamental plus 2 supplementary. So, here foot, this is centimeter, this is meter. Pound, gram, kilogram. Second. So, once observe this. Everywhere if you observe here, it is second. Even here also it is in second. So, which one is common? Yes, the second stands for time. So, time is common for all the physical quantities. Next one, the unit of speed is speed. So, first of all, before explaining in this detail, once again, let us recall back the fundamental units. Fundamental. How many fundamental I said? There are 7 fundamental quantities. How many? 7 fundamental quantities. What are the 7 fundamental quantities? I told you that the 7 fundamental quantities are mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, luminous intensity as well as amount of some substance. So, there are how many fundamental quantities? 7 fundamental quantities. So, all quantities have the respective units. So, anywhere did I discuss anything regarding the speed? No. Okay. Only these 7. So, what are the 7? Let me describe in detail. One is mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. So, how many are there, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all called as a fundamental units. Fundamental quantities. And the fundamental units means for mass, kilogram, length, meter, time, second, temperature, Kelvin, electric current, ampere, amount of substance, moles, luminous intensity, candela. Though these are called as units and these are called as quantities, fundamental quantities. So, apart from all these 7, if you describe any other physical quantity like force, speed, power, pressure, energy, work, whatever you come across, they are all called as derived quantities. So, only 7 fundamental quantities are there. So, let us look back. The unit of speed is it fundamental or derived? So, they don't come under these 7. So, definitely speed is a derived quantity or no? Speed is a derived quantity. Okay. So, neither of them, no, there is something. So, cannot say, no, you can say something. Okay. So, speed is a derived quantity. Next statement problem. So, you should be very much conscious while discussing regarding the statement problem, because you feel as if both the statements are true or only one statement is, so you should be thorough of it. So, you need to identify properly. A physical quantity is one which can be measured. Yes, we can measure a physical quantity. Of course, a physical quantity is one which cannot be measured. No, you can measure a physical quantity. As I told you, the very first example, 5 kg. So, some amount, something it is measurable. Physical quantity can be measurable. So, which statement is true? Of course, first statement. Only statement A is true and statement B is false. So, you have the options. Both the statements are true? No. Both the statements are false? No. Only the statement 1 is true? Yes. Only one statement. Only the statement 2 is true? No. So, your answer would be third option. Only first statement is true. I hope it is clear. Next, FPS stands for. You know this? F means foot. P means pound. No, this is not force, not France. Foot, pound, yes means second. So your right answer is first one. CGS stands for. C means I told you centimeter, G means gram, S means second. Centimeter, no. So, centisecond, no. Yes, centimeter, gram, second. Here it is. So, your right option would be third one. No, there is answer. Pick the odd man out. An interesting question. Odd man. Yes. First of all, you need to know what does those units stands for. Length, you know, a measure of length, a fundamental quantity which we generally measure by using a scale, tape or anything. Meter, meter is the unit for the quantity. This is a physical quantity and this is the unit for the physical quantity. Units. Okay, physical quantity and its respective units. Yard, yard is another unit. See, you can describe it something in meters. You can describe something in centimeters. Larger units you can measure in yards and cubits like area. So whatever it is, okay, area, whatever it is. So meter is the unit. Yards is unit. Cubit is also unit. But among all these things, only one thing is there, that is length. It is not a unit. It is a fundamental quantity. So which one is odd man out? So of course length is your right answer. Meter, yard and cubit are units, whereas length is a physical quantity. So these three belongs to one category and this belongs to another category. So makes a difference. So this is the odd man out. Next, ampere is the unit of what? I told you already. Okay. So length measured in meters or centimeters. SI system I'll talk about now. Temperature, Kelvin. Luminous intensity, candela. And current is measured in amperes. So ampere is the unit of electric current. Okay. Number of fundamental physical quantities in MKS system. The name itself indicates MKS. How many fundamental quantities? 3. So where is the answer? No. 7 means SI system has 7 fundamental quantities. So no. Because they are asking for MKS only 3, not 6. So which one is the correct answer? 3. MKS is 3 quantities. The temperature, standard meter rod made of. Yes, children, as we have discussed all the fundamental quantities, this should be like consistent everywhere. Okay, maybe you will be measuring it from India, from US, Paris, France, UK, whatever you visit. So there should be some unique system of units so that it can be understandable by all throughout the country. So they have some specific characteristics, that means reliability, accessibility, convenient, and whatever, like some consistent should be there. So based on that, they are described accordingly. So platinum, iridium, okay, they are kept in Paris. So where the temperature standard meter rod made up of platinum, iridium alloy kept in Archesa serves near ASA. So is it 0 degrees, 100 degrees, 27 0 or none of this? Okay. So answer would be something like 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next, numerical value equals to physical quantity into unit. Again, statement problem. Statement, you need to identify whether the first statement, which statement is true. In the beginning of the class, I told you that any physical quantity is represented as numerical value into unit. Okay. This is number and this is unit. Physical quantity equals to numerical value into unit, isn't it? But here what they wrote is numerical value equals to physical quantity into unit. No, first statement is absolutely false. Okay, they wrote N equals to PQ into U. No. Current strength is a fundamental physical quantity. Yes or no? Among the 7 fundamental quantities, electric current is also there. So no doubt statement 2 is true. So which statement is true? Statement 1 should be false and statement 2 should be true. So check it out. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. This one. Okay. Statement 1 is true. No. Statement 1 is true. No. So which one is the which one is the correct option? It is third option. Now the next question. Observe the following. Yes. Observe it carefully. Length, mass, current, temperature. 4 quantities they have given us. Length, mass, current, temperature. Pick the correct statement. Length is the odd man out. Is it? All the fundamental physical quantities according to MKS system? No, because in MKS system we have only 3 quantities. But that MKS means this is length, mass and time. But here current is there, temperature is there. No. Second one is absolutely wrong. All are fundamental physical quantities according to SI system. Of course, it is true. Is current a derived quantity or fundamental quantity? If it comes under all the 7 means it is a fundamental, not a derived. So, this is also wrong statement. Now, length is the odd man out. Is it odd man out? No, length is also physical quantity, mass is also physical quantity, current strength is also physical quantity, temperature is also physical quantity. So, length is not the odd man out. Which one? So, all are true except one. This is the right statement. So, among these 4, this is odd man because all the other statements are false statements. Only one true statement is there, that is all the fundamental physical quantities are according to SI system. Is it clear? Match the following. Temperature is measured in kelvins. Yes. Temperature is measured in Kelvin. Luminous intensity is measured in candela. I told you earlier. So, luminous intensity measured in candela. The amount of substance is measured in moles. If you want, you can just look back my previous, the beginning of the class, you'll get into this. So, temperature is measured in kelvins. Luminous intensity measured in candela. Amount of substance measured in moles. Let me repeat once again. Mass, length, time, temperature. Mass measured in kilogram, length measured in meters, temperature measured in kelvins and electric current measured in amperes. Apart from that, time measured in seconds, amount of substance measured in moles and luminous intensity measured in candela. 7. Okay. So, which one is true? A stands for A to F. Where is A to F? Yes, here it is. Next one, B to G, B to G. And finally, amount of substance is for E, CE. So, your correct answer is 2. Pick the odd man out. Earlier, I told you, fundamental and derived quantities both are there, but this seems to be a little different. Okay. Area. Area means length into breadth. Force means mass into acceleration. Velocity means displacement by time. Acceleration means velocity by time. So, what exactly makes the difference is area. Let me explain you why. So, this is actually the different topic which comes under scalars and vectors. Vectors concept. Okay. So, every other term is a vector except area, because velocity, does it have direction? Yes, it has a direction. One specific, some direction it will be going on. Okay. Force has some direction. Acceleration also having some direction. Whereas area doesn't have any direction. Okay. So, velocity, force and acceleration are vectors, whereas area is a scalar. Okay. In vectors, you'll gain complete knowledge on this topic. Presently, it is nothing but area means formula, length into length, that is meter. SI system, if you say length is measured in meters, breadth is measured in meters, meter square. Velocity, displacement by time, meter per second. Force, mass into acceleration, kg meter per second square. Acceleration meter per second square. So it's very clear that these force, velocity and acceleration are depending on different quantities. This is one is like a meter means length, time, mass, length and time. But here area only depends on length. Okay. So this must be the odd man out. Okay. So other only one fundamental unit it depends, but whereas it depends on 2 or more than 2 fundamental units. Hence area must be odd man out. Okay. That's it, children.